Good evening, super viewers. Welcome back to Monday evening's edition of Sad's Gaming. Shrek and Donkey Slayers Gaming here. I'm your host, Goodman Lior. We're going to go ahead and do something a little different here. We're going to bring you some Nom Nom Galaxy. I know last week we kind of slacked with that to bring you some extra content, some special content there. We had the multiplayer beta for Uncharted 4. My co-host brought you some other material from Star Wars, even from Galaxy, Broforce we did. But we're going to get back into Nom Nom tonight. I think we're going to go ahead and do showcase the S.O.O.P simulator. That's the other gameplay option you do have, in addition to the single player story and also the multiplayer option as well. We're going to go ahead and start at the beginning here. We're going to take it back to the basics for this simulator, just to kind of give you an it, kind of play around with it. Go back a screen here. When you're at this level selection screen here, you're going to select this level here, whichever one you want to start, and it's going to give you two options. The start stage, continue stage, replay stage, those are going to be your options for on the left here, but on the right you're going to have this little green icon that says Start S.O.O.P Simulator. So we're going to go ahead and choose this option. It stands for Strategic Operations and Optimization Program. Build a mega factory without any pesky regulations. And basically what that means is it's basically just typical no frills, time trial, obviously without the time. However, S.O.O.P sim mode allows you to explore, build, and blend S.O.O.P with total freedom, alone or with other players. Would you like to start a fresh S.O.O.P sim game on Egon, or begin with your S.O.O.P factory from conquest mode? Basically, in short, you can either start from scratch, or you can copy the factory that you've created in your conquest mode over to the simulator mode. You can do it solo, you can do it multi, so it kind of gives you a number of different options there. We'll go ahead and use our conquest factory here, just to get us started. We all know how to, at this point, should know how to build factory, so we don't really need to showcase that too much, but basically, as you can see, a lot of the different details here, it brings in your coins, it brings in your matter, any kind of guys that you had already purchased. We have all these Charlie and Charlies running around here, so that it's a nice start. The only thing different about this one here that you should mention is that while there aren't too many rules or regulations, you don't have to necessarily fight or compete against a different market competitor as you do in conquest mode. You are still subject to enemy attacks, so keep that in mind when you're just kind of rolling through here. Alright, let's see what we've got going on here. Alright, another thing to note, you will keep all of your progress unlocks, all the research that has happened. When you first started this on conquest mode, you're not going to have, you won't have laser towers or Freddy or Travis or Jimmy, Ben, Clarence. You won't have these different features. So once you unlock those, they become part of the saved data in the game, and you'll have those, for whatever level you choose to play. So that's good to know here. All right. Let's bring in a Jimmy. Jimmy kind of acts as a stopgap. You'll notice that my factory, my S.O.O.P machines, they kind of just run up flush with the land. The Charlie and Charlies, they will keep walking across the end here. Not much stopping them. So if you want to keep them inside your factory, go ahead and drop just drop one of these blue Jimmy guys right here at the end, and they'll kind of stick to where things are going. Not much more to say about that. We'll go ahead and we'll add a Clarence here. He'll help with some of the work. What's really nice about this particular mode is that it'll certainly help with trophy collection. You know, if you're one of those gamers that thinks these and really kind of aim for those platinums, you know, kind of like I am, you know, a lot of these games, you know, will have these modes where you can really just focus on that. You know, it's certainly great to experiment and work with the different ingredients here, but you know, some of the trophies they surround, you know, unlocking so many recipes, you know, getting through all of your recipe books. You know, you've got all these different challenges and pins, and you know, the S.O.O.P simulator really allows you as the gamer to kind of focus on that without having to worry. You know, am I making the 100%? You know, oh my God, I just lost 5% off the market share. Got to make that up, things like that. So that's really nice and kind of a relaxing environment for you. And, let's see here. I'll show you. If you hit the touchpad here, it'll open up this kind of like pins and recipe menu, and you can basically then hit the square to toggle between the two, and it'll basically pull up all the recipes that you've unlocked, the recipes you need to unlock, things like that. Certainly keep that in mind. You can see there are quite a number of different recipe options. You can scroll vertically and horizontally and things like that. You know. Now, in the bottom right of this menu, you'll see the number of recipes that you've unlocked. Currently, you'll see in the bottom right here, on the right side of the screen, the number 31. To progress further in the game, you will need to unlock more and more recipes as you know, the levels get harder and things like that. So this really gives you a chance to kind of unlock those recipes without necessarily having to focus on that as those levels become more difficult. You know, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, if you get into the more difficult levels, but you're sticking to the same recipes over and over again, you know, you're not really going to be able to progress. Eventually, you're going to hit that roadblock. So, again, this S.O.O.P simulator environment is great for helping to kind of stay on top of game progression and not necessarily get too slowed down. Let's take a look here. Okay, great. We'll go ahead and next day here. All right, let's go ahead. See if we can find some different ingredients. Alright, what have we got? So we can go into the recipe book here. Alright, so it looks like we need to create a S.O.O.P to unlock the recipe that combines the little yellow curly-Q thing and the green mushroom bit, which is fantastic because we have both of those here. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that while we're on this level here. over here. Ooh. Build a soup machine. They can come and pick up as needed. Great. Okay, that's one more recipe we've uncovered here. Let's see if this is a combination that we need, the yellow and the green mushrooms. Or the blue and the green mushrooms, rather. So it does seem like we already have it, so we can take a little bit extra time to kind of just skip that one. Alright, and then, let's see. The thing with the water is it does drain. We may have mentioned this in previous videos, but the water does drain. So if you knock out the wrong wall, you'll notice that it does kind of drain like that. So keep that in mind. Is environment-specific plants like these little red weeds here. You can't plant those on the ground. If you try to plant them in the ground, last I tried, it just kind of seems to not accept it. So try to keep your plants, if you're trying to move plants and replant them elsewhere. You know, it does tend to be specific to the environment you found it in. We can give it a try with one more, see what happens, but yeah, it kind of just disappears here. It doesn't even sprout, so that's certainly something to keep in mind. We'll go ahead and see what we can do with the red to uncover. Alright, so that's great. So it looks like there's 2 recipes that we can uncover with this red weed ingredient that we found in the water earlier. Both the green mushroom and this yellow, I guess some kind of grass-related ingredient. So let's go ahead here. I don't think I have any free ones. I might have to build a new one. We'll get that built over here. Do really well. Okay, great. Now let's build another one, because I'm going to try and get another one of those weeds. And combine it with this green mushroom here. once you are able to unlock the boots, the kind of the jetpack boots, once you got that researched, it's a triple tap on the jump button to activate those boots. The jetpack boots, they do take from your oxygen, so keep that in mind as you use those. You'll see that the green oxygen booster does decrease as you use it, so you'll want to make sure you keep that in mind as you do use them. Let's see, not sure how that doubled up, but that's okay. Head back down here, grab a green mushroom. Build a laser tower. Alright, great. The attack is over. I get to go find me some oxygen. Rather convenient. Let's see. As is this one. You can activate these jet boots when you're carrying ingredients and things like that, so you know, keep that in mind. You won't have access to your buzzsaw and you won't be able to punch or anything, but you do have access to the those boots. Let's see, what other ingredients can we put together here? Oh look, we can make these this yellow curly Q with the red weed. We can certainly do. Let's see if we can make that happen. Certainly have plenty of the curly Q, the yellow ingredient there. That see, any tomates running around. Let's see if we can find some of those. Now you'll notice that the horizontal ingredient list is identical to the vertical ingredient list. So remember that as you make combinations, they're not order specific. For example, you know, this tomate and this blue mushroom here is going to be the same as down here as the tomate and blue mushroom. So as you make combinations going across, those respective combinations will fill in at the bottom. On some levels further down the road, I came across some of these poisonous pink ingredients. You know, so there's a couple of outliers we have here. As you can see, something like this, even something like this here. So certainly keep that in mind. There's no real specified order as to how you have to do things or how you go about them. You'll notice a pattern as well as filling in, just kind of a side note, fun fact a little bit there. They do fight back, that is for sure. Go get us some matter here. Get my tomates back. Where my tomates go? There they are. Thank you. And thank you. Yeah, nope, not gonna cut it. Let's take a look here. Obviously you can see, you know, there's not much going on, just kind of mixing and matching various recipes to kind of unlock more recipes, ones that I haven't already kind of unlocked and achieved here. Certainly it's advantageous to doing so, mainly because it allows you access to you know, soup machines that cost less. You know, you can see a blank soup machine costs 300 matter, but specified recipes, as we covered in recent broadcasts, you know, it's cost only 250 for specific ones, recipes that you've already uncovered. So you want to make sure that you can actually get those ones. So it certainly helps to uncover as many recipes as possible. Kind of working with the tomatoes here. I'm trying to go ahead and see what we can do with these guys next. Leave any questions, remarks in the comment box below. We're happy to answer anything, any kind of requests, suggestions. Always open to new ideas. Always happy to hear what our gamers have to say. You know, so like I said, just leave them in the box, leave them in the comments below, and we'll get to happy to interact with all of our fans. These last few moments of gameplay. Let's see what we're gonna do here. another tamati. So we're going back into the tamati den. Low on health there. It's a good thing to keep in mind if you're going to go into quote-unquote battle with one of these environmental enemies. Make sure you've got enough health to sustain that kind of attempt. I think that'll conclude our tamati soup making for now. I think we'll move on to a different recipe here shortly. Move on to see what we can do with these little corn on the cob dudes. That's a joke. Right, so you want to be careful to make sure that you actually place the ingredients in the right machines. Seems that can get a little tricky if you're not too careful. need 2 with the corn guy. I think we'll finish up the broadcast with these next 2 ingredients, and then Let's see, what do we do? We need a blue mushroom and a yellow curly. And now we'll complete our progress. quit in time. I think we'll take that as our cue. You got 2 more soup cans out on that right before that, but there you have it, the S.O.O.P, the Soup Simulator. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Shrek and Donkey Slayers Gaming, bringing to you Nom Nom Galaxy. Make sure you give us the like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're also on Dailymotion. We're on Twitch. Check us out on all of our social media. You know, we're happy to have the fans follow along, keep up to date with all of the content as we roll it out. And as always, happy gaming. So long.